Hey guys, it's Michelle. I wanted to record a quick video for you today because we are going to talk about the importance of going emerald. So right now, most of you are probably labeled as coaches, and that means that you've just started your business. But the first sort of rung in the ranks is emerald. And there's a couple reasons why getting to emerald as quickly as possible is really important. And so I'm going to tell you some of those reasons today. And so what is emerald? So emerald is basically having a personally sponsored coach on each leg of your organization. So if you see yourself here, to go emerald, you need to have personally sponsored coaches on either side of you. So what does that mean? That means that you have folks who have decided to join you in your business. And they could be your spouse, they could be friends, they could be a family member. Going to emerald is something that you should try to do quickly. And I'm going to go into more detail as to why. But one of the things that is most recommended is that this is going to be the top of your organization. So whoever is immediately below you is going to benefit from all of the volume that comes in below you. So as you start to grow your business and as you're building your volume, this is really important because those people in those positions are going to benefit from everything below you. So one of the biggest recommendations is that if you're married or engaged or dating somebody who you think you're going to be with forever, is to put them at the top of your organization, because if at some point you grow to a point where you're going to start to work their business, you're both going to benefit from the volume that's below. So if you are going to add a spouse, it is recommended that you add that spouse to your weak leg. And the reason for that is that you have volume being built for you from what's above you on your strong leg. And so as you build up your weak leg, your spouse in that position is going to benefit from it. And then you'll both have the opportunity to eventually cycle from that. So we'll talk a little bit more about cycling and things like that. But so it's recommended that you add your spouse, it could be a sister, it could be your mother, it could be whoever, but whoever you're going to put in that position, they should be people who care about you, support you, and people that you in turn want to, support and help, potentially build a business for themselves. They don't have to work the business. My husband is at the top of my organization, and he will never work this business, but he's there. And, once I get to a point in which I can start working his business, I will do that, and he will benefit from it, and then I will benefit from it as well because I'm above him. So put your spouse on your weak leg. Now, what leg is your weak leg? Check with your upline sponsor because you need to know what side you are on them. So depending on what side you are on them, the opposite side is considered to be your weak leg. And then in the other spot on your strong leg, again, this is the top of your organization. So talk with your family members, talk with your close friends, siblings, whoever, but know that whoever goes into that spot is in a really good position because, again, they're benefiting from all the volume that's built up below them. So, we try to get people to think about who they kind of want to have on this journey with them and who they think would be a good person to be in that position, who's going to continue to support them. It doesn't mean, again, that they have to work the business. It could just be somebody who, wants Shakeology for a discount or, use other programs on AutoShip. It doesn't really matter if they're going to work the business or not. But I think consideration needs to be given to, if there's ever potential for somebody to work the business, having somebody in that position that you care about and really want to see succeed is ideal. Otherwise, what ends up happening is if you don't have anybody to put in that position and you, sign a random coach, they'll go into that position. Now, it'll make you emerald because you need a coach on both sides. But again, if there's ever any potential for somebody to work with you and build a business of their own, that is the best position for them to have. So how do you get your spouse? So if you want your spouse to be at the top of your weak leg, the easiest way to do it is to have them purchase a challenge pack. Because then you're going to get the commission from that challenge pack. You'll get the 2 Success Club points, and then you'll also get the volume. So it doesn't end to be an active coach. So both of your coaches, for you to maintain your emerald, they both need to be active coaches. And so that means they need to have 50 personal volume points per month. So it doesn't have to be that they order Shakeology every month. There are other items that can drive up, a 50 PV. The 3-day refresh, I think, gives you a PV of 52. So there are, other ways to build that personal volume, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a Shakeology order every month. My spouse does love Shakeology, so I do have a tendency to just have his home direct kind of drive that for him. But there are times where we may have an excess of bags of Shakeology, so I'll order, a box of packets and utilize those for giveaways or 7-day Shakeology challenges. So there's a couple different ways that you can utilize the Shakeology and keep that personal volume going for your spouse. But it doesn't necessarily have to just be straight Shakeology. And so I think that the key here is understanding that to get to emerald, that can happen very quickly for you. Again, it just has to be you bringing along 2 people who care about you, who want to support you, and signing them up as coaches. Now, why is it that we want you to go to emerald so quickly? Well, there's a couple reasons. So when you're just of coach status, you still will have activity going on below you. So if whoever is above you signs coaches, they are in a pyramid below you. And so there's a lot of volume happening, and people are selling things and buying things. And when you're just at the coach status, all of that volume below you resets every month. It's not banked. It doesn't roll over. It just goes away. So if you're in a very active group and the coach above you is very active, there is good potential that there's going to be a lot of volume building up below you. Again, if you're a coach, only of coach status, that goes away every month. If you're an emerald, it banks. And it banks on whatever leg that it's below. And as you build volume on that other leg, you can start to cycle. And with every cycle comes a bonus. So when you're just of coach status, all of that volume below you is just resetting, going away, wasted. When you're an emerald coach, that volume gets banked. So if you can't actually cycle, the volume doesn't go away. It just sits there and waits for your other leg to catch up so that you can cycle. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about the cycle bonus. It's very important, but for purposes of this conversation, I don't want to go into that detail. And I strongly suggest that if you are curious about how all that works, to visit YouTube and search Beachbody Team Cycle Bonus. There's a ton of videos out there that do a really good job of teaching you about what that is. So it's important to be emerald because you want to bank that volume. You want to be able to eventually cycle on that. And again, for every cycle you have, there's a little bonus attached to it. So very, very important. The other reason that it's so important to go emerald is that once you do go emerald, Beachbody will start to give you free customers and free leads. So if somebody signs up for an account on Beachbody.com or on TeamBeachbody.com that doesn't have a coach, that they're not tied to a coach, well, those people get assigned a coach. And if you're emerald, you get into that, and you are part of that opportunity to receive those free leads. Or if somebody purchases off an infomercial, they too are assigned a coach. And so if you're of emerald status, you can start to receive some of those leads. You don't receive commission on their first orders, But if they, have subsequent orders, you do earn commissions on those. So that could definitely be very beneficial. I've had several customers who, have created free accounts and then have later come back and actually purchased a challenge pack, and I've received the commission on those. So it definitely adds up. So, again, this doesn't have to be something that is really hard to do. Getting to Emerald is fairly easy. And it is something that we really, really encourage folks to do right away so that you're not missing out on that volume and all the activity that is happening below you. So hope that's helpful. Feel free to let us know if you have any questions, and we will talk with you tomorrow. Take care.